rise me and block me. You have to talk where you're going, not where you are. Because when God deals with you, he does not deal with you. Guess what? He does not deal with you as you are. He deals with you of where you're going. Let me tell you something. If he couldn't see the potential in you, he wouldn't keep extending grace to you with all the mistakes that you keep making. The only reason, let me tell you something. The only reason a woman will stick with a deadbeat man if that he didn't sign the contract for the NFL. Guess what? She's a fool to let that Negro go. But when he didn't sign on the dotted line, he ain't got a dime of the money yet. But guess what? She sticks with him because of the potential that he has. Come on, somebody. And so why God sticks with me is because he sees who I am. He sees what I'm going to be. He sees that I mean not where I need a preacher that's getting ready to come out. He sees that I'm an evangelist. I'm a prayer warrior. He sees that I'm going to be anointed. He sees that my life is going to be together. That I ain't going to always have drama and schisms in my life. He sees the fact that I'm going to reach somebody, to minister to somebody. He sees that I'm a great preacher. I'm a great evangelist. He sees that I'm not just the next Billy Graham, that I'm a far exceed anything that Billy has ever done. He sees that there's a good mother despite my past. He sees that I'm a great educator despite my lack of education now. He sees my purpose. He sees my destiny. He sees where I'm going. Slap somebody and tell somebody, I'm so glad God sees me where I'm going and not where I am. Right now I'm jacked up, but I'm on the way to somewhere. Look at somebody and say, I may not look like much to you, but I'm so glad God sees me for where I'm going. I made some mistakes, but he didn't count them to my charge. I slipped and I failed, but he sees me holy. He sees me walking out of the house telling them I ain't gonna smoke no more. He sees me being able to go back to the crack house and tell them that there is a God. He sees me being able to go to the whorehouse and tell somebody I was here sinking in sin, far beneath the peaceful shore, but God changed my life. He sees me being able to call Tyrone and say, Tyrone, I don't need you no more. I knew you used to have to pay my bill, but now a change has come over me. He's washed me and me do you somebody and said yeah. He sees me for where I'm going and not where I am right now. And now David has trouble with this mindset. David is so busy looking at everybody else. And so what he says is when it's time to go to battle, David stays home and says, I'm going to act like all the other kings. Now, wait a minute. Now. What David was fighting in the battle? You knew that you couldn't swing like they swing and do what they do. You was something different about you. But all of a sudden, you start emulating other people. That's something different. Don't you try to copycat what's less than you. What frustrates me sometimes with saints is that saints are copying folks. She ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. Don't want to be nobody. And you trying to run with them. And with chickens when you want to be a eagle. You got to run with somebody that's going where you're going. That's going to heights that you've never gone. If you want to be rich, don't hang with broke. Hang with somebody that's got some flow. Don't hang with folks that ain't got any flow. If you're going somewhere, you got to hang with somebody that's going. David understood one basic assumption. He understood one thing. Falsely, that he thought he'd be victory. God has brought him, and now he waits till when he arrives at a destiny-defining moment to start copying other people. When really, why he's in war is because they want what he has. Don't understand that Satan wants you. He wants ground in your life. You don't think you're much right now. But he sees your potential. That's why he's fighting you the way he's fighting you. Because he sees your potential. Some of you have got in the church and look like some old mess at you since you've been trying to. Yeah, he starts to see. Let me tell you, you know why he sees? Because let me tell you something. He's been around kingdom ministry for a long time. Not church, but kingdom ministry. He knows potential. Let me tell you something. He knows. Back in the old days, the women used to tell the old ladies, get you a military man. That's what they used to tell them. Get you a man because you know what? Even if he leave you, that commanding officer going to make sure that money is there. Back in the day now, that's what they used to tell them. Because you ain't got to worry. As long as he is career bound, Tell somebody you'll never be hungry again. You'll never be hungry again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now watch this. Now. A woman got enough sense in her intuition to see the potential from hooking up with folks. Do you not know Satan, when he looks at you, sees your spiritual potential? And the reason he fights you is because he what you are potential of being. And so when you start doing right, I tell the devil all the time, devil, you should have killed me when you had me. Grounds. You don't hear me. He had legal grounds. When you were in the bed with somebody you had no business, he killed you then. When you was wang dang doodling doing what you were doing, he should have killed you right then. Before you got joy in the peace of God, before God restored, he should have taken. Don't look at me like you always been holy, saved, sanctified, fire baptized like you in pickle juice with your Nams book. You've made some mistakes in your life. Don't you come up in here acting like you ain't got a 40 home and you ain't never drunk one, that you ain't never messed around, that you ain't never done anything. Let's be real about it in here, that we've all come short of the glory of God. But Satan starts saying, wait a minute, she ain't drinking like she used to drink. They ain't smoking no more. What's going on? They ain't rolling blunts no more. She ain't got no blacking miles no more. He's starting to change his ways. They talking about going to church on Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Get them demons down there. You got to get him good. Stop him, because he's got closer now than he's ever been before. She's on fire for God. But let me tell you something. If you can last the storm, guess what happens? The rainbow comes out on the other side. And if I get fairy tale-ish, on the other side of the rainbow is a pocket of gold. You have to understand that God got more stuff for me. His blessings on the other side. I'm going through the afflictions. But one thing I know, that the Lord has promised to deliver them out of them all. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I may be here right now where I've never been. I'm getting ready to do something that I've never done before. Some eyes have seen and ears haven't heard. Oh, shucks, now I'm about to enjoy my own cooking. Lean over and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me, my soul gets happy thinking about Jesus. Well, David, I'll preach you next week. Tell your neighbor, in all you're getting, I got to get understanding. And there's one thing, and David said it best, I was young, but now I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed. I like how David said, I was young, but now I'm old. But I've never seen the righteous forsaken. I got good news, that no matter that is long as God is got, you're going long as God is on the better days. Gotta on the other end of this storm, the sun shall surely shine. Tell your neighbor, the Bible that he is able to do exceedingly above anything you or imagine. Slap somebody and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to make a switch in my life. I'm getting ready to go from being broke to I'm getting ready to being glad. I'm getting ready to go from being depressed to having joy. This joy that I have didn't give it to me. Oh yeah, I got joy despite how it is right now. It don't matter if you made some mistakes. Look at your neighbor and say, I got a dime in my pocket, but I got a future. Look at neighbor and say, a future.
got a future. Prophesy. Say, you've got a future. I've got a future. All God's children got a future. Look at him and say, future. You got a future. Prophesy. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you're sure gonna make